welcome to Front Doors News. In studio today, we are talking to Dan Lawler, who is the Director of Development for the Alzheimer's Association Desert Southwest Chapter.
That is correct.
Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us here.
You know, you have a very big mission, and that...
We are trying to create a world without Alzheimer's.
A big one. And Alzheimer's is what? The 6th largest cause of death in the United States?
Unfortunately, it is. It's the 6th leading cause of death. It is the 5th leading cause of death here in Arizona.
And I heard an alarming statistic. What is it? Every 67 seconds.
Every 67 seconds, somebody here in the United States is diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Well, it's amazing what you do, and obviously you can't do it without, you know, the education and the community and the support from the community.
Yes, and our community support is wonderful. We have a budget of a little over $3 million, and a full third of that comes from people in the community doing things individually, giving gifts, supporting us. So it's wonderful.
Now, is Alzheimer's and dementia, are they considered the same thing, or?
It's a very good question.
Okay.
Dementia is the broad category, much like saying you have cancer.
Okay.
And Alzheimer's is a specific form of dementia. It is the most common form of dementia, with about 60 to 75% of all dementia cases being Alzheimer's.
Now, do you see this as becoming an even bigger issue?
It really
as far
is.
As how many lives are being affected by this disease?
Correct. I mean, currently right now there's about 120,000 people in Arizona who are diagnosed with the disease.
Wow.
And given the statistics of our aging population, it's set to explode. As the baby boomers age, age is the #1 risk factor for developing Alzheimer's disease. And so as we're living longer, as we're able to manage other diseases, more and more people are falling into those categories where they're likely to develop Alzheimer's.
Now, there's currently no cure for this disease, is that right?
Correct.
But there are things that people can do to kind of prepare.
There are, you know, and we let people know that nobody is on this journey alone. We are here with programs and services to help people with the disease as well as their caregivers.
How can we be more aware, maybe if someone is, you know, prone to this disease?
Well, as we come up, you know, and as people might visit on the holidays and see loved ones they may not have seen in a long time, looking for behavioral changes is going to be a key indicator. Because as people might have had hobbies or certain things that they did, they loved fervently, and then suddenly lose interest in them or don't do them, there might be reasoning behind that, such as somebody who loved to quilt may no longer quilt, because when you stop to break it down, the number of steps and things you need to remember in order to do that can become hard for somebody who has Alzheimer's disease.
And so if this is something that they do suspect, you know, obviously they would see their doctor.
Correct.
And there are certain tests that they can do to maybe, you know, let them know if that's an indication.
Correct. There are tests you can take to get a diagnosis, and we encourage people to get diagnosed as early as they possibly can, because, as you say, there are certain drugs that could help manage some of the symptoms and ensure some good quality of life, especially early on in the disease. But more importantly, at the record pace in which research is really moving, the earlier somebody has that diagnosis, the earlier they could be involved in clinical trials or research, and the earlier some sort of treatments and or hopefully a cure is found, they're in that prime category in order to take advantage of it.
Well, if somebody is interested in supporting your Alzheimer's Association, you have an event coming up.
We do. We have the Love Not Forgotten Gala, which will be coming up on this coming February, actually on Valentine's Day.
Okay, perfect, right?
It is. It's the perfect package deal. You can come out to the Camelback Inn, enjoy a beautiful 5-star dinner, some dancing.
You have a big band.
We have a big band. It's going to be a great time. I mean, a lot of fun. It's a serious disease, and this gala raises a lot of awareness and funds for it, but we want to make sure that the people coming out, it's sort of a celebration of life and a celebration of love.
And if anybody wants more information, where would they go online for that?
If they want more information, just visit our website, alz.org/DSW, and that's short for Desert Southwest.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.